Okay, I just, whenever anybody Googles Aghor, usually they're seeing people on the far side of the Ganga in Varanasi drinking, eating meat, having sex, and being really antisocial. And this is what is in the minds of people when they think of Aghor, and it's all about skulls and wearing black. And so, what do you think about that?
Yeah, you're right about that because this concept has flourished all over, people who want to learn about agorism and Aghor, what is Aghor. And this is totally misconception and misunderstanding of the word, of the syllable. We need to break up the syllables to understand that word in every language.
Aghor.
Yeah, in every language, right? Like in English also, we can break up the words and then find the meaning of the word by breaking it up and understanding the word much better. So this is not there, like people, they just see things, whatever, people make a lot of videos, YouTubers and everyone, and people are doing research also, but still, the very simple thing about Aghor that people miss is understanding the real meaning of Aghor, what is Aghor, and where it's coming from. The word derived it's from Sanskrit, so it's Aghor, right? And then just the opposite word of Aghor is Gore. So now we need to understand the meaning of these two words to really understand what Aghor is and what Gore is. And in this context, when we talk about Gore, when we talk about Gore, then Gore means something that is terrifying. Okay, something that is horrific. Something that is Gore meaning like terrible. Like in Nepali, this word we use, like if there's a torrential rain, then we say, oh, Ghangor pani pare. Ghangor pani pare. That Gore word is coming there, right?
Yeah.
And Ghani is like making it more powerful to this word, So Gore, we're using this word Gore. So there it means this rain is terrible, right? It might flood the whole area or there might be landslides. So it's Gore.
Yeah.
Gore pani pareni. In the valley. So Gore means something that is terrible, like terrifying, demonic, like kind of thing, and very evil, And so in this context, what I have found, like in India when I was moving around and meeting these kind of people also, and what I found this total misconception of the meaning of Aghor, and they were not Aghor, but they were Gore. Why Gore? Because they are terrifying people by putting on all disguises, all the makeup, all the bhasma and tika and everything, like looking ferocious with braided hairs and clothes also, and all kinds of trinkets, malas and whatever, like people, when you look at that image, it's terrifying, all right? Then to add to this, then another thing, which actually we have to avoid these things, but they are not avoiding
Their
it.
behavior.
Yeah, the behavior, how they behave, Why they want to be always terrifying and violent with people. Why they are using only curse words, which people don't like, right? So that is actually the Gore characteristic, not the Aghor character.
Right, so they're gories.
Yes. And
Not
it's totally animal instincts
Right.
they are following, encouraging sex, right? Encouraging the eating of meat and fish and flesh and everything, right? And also, propagating cannibalism, right? Taking a roasted human flesh and then eating it, right? People will obviously, when they see this, they'll get terrified, no? But people will with very simple ideas and simple thought, who are very normal people and having their own simple life, and you know. And if these kind of people see this, then they'll get terrified. You know, totally they will be out of their mind and they won't believe it. Also, so these people, they are not Aghor, but they are showing their Gore characteristics. Right? So this is wrong. This is not what Aghor is. You know? And this is all Gore. This is the meaning of Gore in the dictionary. If you check it out in the Sanskrit dictionary, also you will find this meaning, or in a simple Nepali dictionary, also you will find this meaning. You know, it's been defined there.
Yeah.
And then when we come to because in Aghor there is no compassion. I mean, in Gore, there is no compassion with these people. They are not kind. They are ruthless, rude, violent.
Yeah.
You see, so, and then and all the other things that they do, right? We've seen this. And you can't call that Aghori. It's totally wrong. Absolutely.
And so I remember that when I first encountered that term Aghori, that people who were Aghoris were the most compassionate, and they actually looked after extremely marginalized people like widows, lepers, and prostitutes, people in society who had been marginalized and nobody would help. And Aghoris, in fact, in Varanasi at the Kinaram ashram, would look after these people.
A perfect bodhisattva.
Right.
Always going forward with
Kindness.
their foot and hands.
Right.
And, trying to give this kindness and compassion and expression of love and peace,
No caste system.
No,
No judgment.
No judgment. No, nothing Brahminical, because this Brahminical thing is there. So this is what is destroying this culture. And Aghor who's the greatest Aghor? Somebody might ask me this question. I say, Buddha.
Right.
Namo Buddha.
Yeah.
He was the greatest Aghori. And no one has been that till today. Because this conception is so wrong. Right? People don't know. Like, Aghori is one who is so kind, so loving, so much compassion in his heart, and so much feeling for all living creatures on this world. Aghoris don't kill animals.
Right.
I never do that.
No.
I can't do it also.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't allow me. My Brahma, God, whatever people call it, that is inside me doesn't allow that action. Right? So, how can it be, Aghori, doing all the Gore actions, sacrificing animals, offering blood, doing all tantras, and absolutely living a Gore life, not an Aghor life, So this conception is totally, mistaken and misunderstood by people. And plus, the people who really execute this kind of things, mostly in India, like you said, in the Banaras, in the Ghat, in the Manikarnika Ghat, where all these Aghoris live. So, it's in Nepali or Hindi, we call it Pakandi, Pakandi. Yeah, that's
What does that mean?
Hindi word, Sanskrit word. Pakand. It means like something that is not real.
Right.
Yeah. Like blind faith.
Right.
And they use the people's blind faith to enhance themselves.
Right.
To gain money, to gain wealth, or whatever it is, material wealth. For these things, they exploit the blind faith that people believe in,